Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Medal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at all the ways you can get stones with part 3 of the anniversary, what's been added in, which is around 200 stones, and also obviously the older content you can complete to achieve it. So we'll start off with the Training in the Clouds event. This has been revamped to add 30 more stones to the store, so you're going to want to make sure you farm up those, although I think most players probably would have, as this is probably one of the better events and pretty much Dokkan to run right now with your spare stamina. We also got an update to all 4 story events, each ranging from 10 to 14 stones, and that adds up to quite a fair chunk. You also have to do 2 of these anyway, for the Demon King Piccolo and the Trunks, who are crucial to the Tons of Thanks tickets, but you may also want to do the 2 that are featured for the wallpaper, as obviously that's also something that's pretty cool, but they also have quite a few stones that are available as well. Then the Extreme Z Battle, although players were understandably disappointed, the Destined Rivals Saga 7 will feature with it 33 stones, obviously 2 EZAs for the price of 1. We will pretty much be getting 2 more EZAs, whether it's part of an EX part or released later this week. So on the one hand, I do understand them limiting the stones. I do understand player disappointment. It's not unusual for them to do this with Destined Rivals Saga, with Goku and Vegeta cards. Then of course we have the update to the challenge events. The Anni Battle, Red Zone Goku, Red Zone Vegeta, the Battle Hardened Foes, all 3 events have received an update. So what this means is, of course, there's extra incentive for players to partake in challenging content. So obviously a lot of stones have been made available through the challenging content. So there hasn't really been a big focus on a lot of really accessible stones. There have, of course, been tons, but a lot has been locked due to the fact that we have double red zones, a Super Warriors, Supreme Magnificent Battle, and we also have, of course, the Formidable Foes and the Anni Battle. So a lot's been locked behind challenging content, although it's been good in a way, it's also been challenging, of course. So that kind of covers everything you can do so far. Of course, the Formidable Foes is quite significant. There have been some also battle animation renewals, but a lot of it comes from those challenging events, and obviously that is pretty tough to deal with. Of course, there will potentially be some more Extreme Z battles and some more updates to the challenging events that will come with either an EX part or obviously with some further updates down the line for part 3. But there are still ways to get stones. Firstly, you have the Daima Dragon Ball event update, along also with further Supreme Super Strikes that have come out. You have all of the Dokkan events that you can potentially farm. Plus you have all the pre-existing challenge content as well. The clear and most important one is, of course, farming the older Extreme Z battles. Everything ranging from the very first Extreme Z battles, the new Super EZA stages, and on top of all of that, the Dokkan All-Stars event. There are plenty of raids, battles, Super Extreme Z battles, super levels, tons to do to get stones here. There's plenty of stones for new players. If you're a returning player, I highly suggest you check out the Extreme Z battles. There are so many stones that are available that players are probably going to be able to get the vast majority of, depending on how widely diverse and how long your box has been going. But like I say, even if you're a new player and you're just challenging to complete the first 5 stages of each one, that's still hundreds of stones. On top of that as well, we obviously have the updates for the Dragon Ball story events. These are tons of stones as well, especially if you are a new returning player. Plenty stones here. I think we will get one more before the anniversary ends. And then we also have, of course, quest mode, which features with it a ton of story stones as well. On top of all of that, it's not only those events. Unfortunately, the Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash is not giving stones away at this current point in time. It's giving away tickets, but you can grab yourself a ton of stones if you farm the Portal of Memories. If you are a player who is looking at the Portal of Memories and you have not done some of the older events, especially some that have not come back in a while, it's a good place to start. Not to mention, a lot of story events have been not brought back during the course of the Anni. They've actually kept the story events at quite a minimum. So farming the story events for Portal of Memories for stones is also a very good call, but even some of the other challenge, growth, and obviously the Extreme Z battle events is going to be great. We already mentioned the proof of masteries, so obviously you can exchange those, but there is no other currency you can exchange right now for stones outside of that. So that's the only way you're going to be able to look into the Bubba shop and get yourself some stones. There's also panel missions, battle animation missions, very small things here or there. One of your major ones will be your exchanging of your quick stones. So the dragon ores, those can still be exchanged as well. That comes out on Wednesday. You will get 5 more stones. So yeah, there is definitely some good chunk of stones out there. Obviously, it's not so important to summon on the banners as much as it used to be, since we've been able to pick up the units we want with our special stone from the Purunga Wishes, but I'm sure plenty players are still looking to summon a little bit more, maybe get dupes, maybe get the ones they're missing. So yeah,